Well, here we are today with a good friend of mine, my colleague, Dr. Ernest Armstrong, and I just wanted to share a little bit with you. Dr. Armstrong and I are taking a look at this product together, and I just wanted to have him say a few words about what his experience has been so far with Emerald Greens to the 10th power. So, Ernest, what do you think about this product we've got here?
Well, I think that if the product does 1/10 of what it says it can do, it'll be a phenomenal product.
Okay.
And so I decided to try the product
Okay.
myself. And my purpose for trying it was to see if I could feel increase in my energy level.
Okay.
And I figured I'd take the product for 30 days and that would give me an opportunity to say how it worked on me.
Okay.
And so as I started, it was one morning, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
I said, well, this is a good time for me to start. I'll just get some water, 8 to 12 ounces, put a half teaspoon of the forgotten foods in, and stir it up, drink it down. Now, several people told me it's a good idea to mix it with juice or something like that because the taste would be improved. But I figured...
You didn't do that?
Oh, no. I figured if it's good for me, the taste doesn't matter.
Okay, all right.
And so I put it in water. And, the taste wasn't that bad. I mean, I tasted stuff that's much worse than that. But knowing this was good for me, I just went on and drank it down, and no big deal. The next couple of days, I had made some observations.
Okay.
Especially that first day. Remember, I took it at 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning, right.
I'm a person that eats 3 times a day.
Okay.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Okay.
It's on schedule.
Okay.
That's how I eat. I noticed about 6 p.m. that day, I had not eaten.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. And for me, that was extremely unusual. Normally, my body says, ring, ring, ring in the stomach.
Right.
Time to get some food.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. And I just thought it was interesting, but what I did was, I said, well, I better eat. And so 6 p.m. I ate. And the next day, I discovered something else. I thought my bowel movement was pretty regular, once a day, every day. But the next day, I had 2 bowel movements.
Okay.
And it had to be the forgotten foods.
Okay.
So I thought that was something that I was observing that was good. And then a couple of days later, I noticed I had to pull my belt in 2 notches.
Oh, really? Are you telling you're losing weight from this?
Well, I didn't really think it was weight loss because it had only been a few days. And so I just said, well, maybe my belt is defective or some such thing.
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, I guess it was, I got to about day 14. And I decided, it seems like even pulling my belt in a couple of notches was not sufficient.
Really?
So I said, there may be some weight loss going on.
Okay.
So I got the scale out, stepped on the scale. I was 10 pounds down.
Really?
10 pounds down.
Okay.
So I'm keeping track, and at the end of 30 days...
So did you consciously do anything to lose this weight? Were you thinking of losing weight?
No, I had no plans on losing weight. I put forth no effort to lose weight.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I had gotten so busy, I had stopped my exercise program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So But I'm going to get back on my exercise program.
Mm-hmm.
I will not let the forgotten foods be a substitute for my exercise program.
And you are doing them twice a day, is that it? In the morning and the afternoon?
For the forgotten foods?
Yeah.
No, just once a day in the morning.
You just do it once a day in the morning?
Once a day.
Oh,
A
wow.
half teaspoon.
Okay.
And 8 to 12 ounces of fluid.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
I did make one modification. I had heard someone say that they have a smoothie in the morning, and they just put their half teaspoon of forgotten foods in with the smoothie. So I said, now that sounds like a good idea. So I did start doing that.
Okay.
That's how I take it now. And it's amazing. I go through the day and I'm not even feeling any hunger. And even in the evening, I come in, I'll just have a piece of fruit or something very light, a salad. And,
wow, that's incredible.
And that's all I want. I don't want to eat a big meal. So I have to say I'm impressed. I do feel an increase in my energy, and I'm still evaluating.
Okay.
But so far, this is unbelievable.
Great. Can you the forgotten foods? Could you just say a little bit about what the forgotten foods are? What is it that we've forgotten about? What are those things?
Well, it's a lot, but I'll simplify it by saying we have forgotten what real foods are.
Okay.
A lot of the foods we eat today are either mutant foods,
Mutant? What do you mean by
hybrid foods, or genetically engineered foods.
Okay, I got you.
That's all
Something
terminology.
that we come up with in a laboratory.
Yes, it's been altered, modified, taken out of its natural state.
Okay.
Those terms all converge on that meaning.
Okay.
So, one of the things that the average person is unable to do is to differentiate between these hybrid foods and real foods.
Right.
But the test is, does it have seeds?
Okay.
And will those seeds reproduce the same plant?
Yes. Okay. Because even some plants, I tried growing some things that had seeds in them.
Yes.
Nothing came up.
Right.
Wouldn't happen. I said, "What's wrong with this?" It was an avocado. I said, "What's wrong with this avocado?" And the seed just laid there. It never sprouted. Didn't open up. Didn't even try to come up. And it's probably something that's genetically engineered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So many things have been genetically engineered, and we just haven't paid attention. And over time, we think the hybrid foods are real foods.
Yeah. We've been hoodwinked again. Those beautiful, beautiful aisles of great-looking food in the grocery stores that are all beautiful, brightly colored. You look, it looks almost like Christmas time. It's so pretty over there with all the different produce. But those foods have been engineered to look that way.
Absolutely.
And they've been tampered with. And
Yes.
I heard Julian tell me, he said, there are 72 trace minerals and 12 essential minerals that your body must have in order for it to be healthy. And the dandelion, the weed that grows in your front yard, has 52 of those trace minerals in it. So you start looking at real foods. It's like real foods are weeds like dandelion and wild mustard. Well, yes. And we're shaking things up here with this as we return to wellness and we start looking at what do we need to do to get people back to what's natural and healthy. Thank you so much for your time and your
you're quite
sharing
welcome.
with us. Okay.
But I do need to add one thing.
Okay.
This is a common misnomer
Okay.
when people call plants weeds. Because a weed is a subjective term.
Yeah.
It simply means
It's true, yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
And so to substitute a subjective attitude
Okay.
on a scientific entity that has all kinds of health benefits
True.
is part of the lunacy
Yeah, that's
that
true.
we're still operating
That's
under.
right.
And so we've got to go back to the basics. We've got to be really scientific
Yes.
about how we approach our health.
Absolutely.
And we cannot depend on words.
Okay.
We've got to have evidence
Yes.
that supports
Yes.
our health and well-being.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right.